Yes, indeed. Don't you ever forget that. Welcome to LRFC, people. What a morning in the USA. What a morning in the USA. So, Liverpool have finally announced who they are after. What do I think about it? I'm a bit, I'm a bit happy, but I feel the other bit as well. Is this what we need? I don't know. I really don't know because what I was hearing yesterday from Ornstein, it was a different kind of player, um, which we're going to discuss as we go along. But please do me a favor before we start. Hit that subscription button, notification button, and like button. As I'm going to do my stream, I'm going to watch him. I'm watching him on TV right now, what this player can do. And we could just discuss it further as we go along. Lots to discuss, people. Lots to discuss. Let's do this, people. Let's do this. Transfer time. Let's do this. So the transfers here of Liverpool Football Club. We're looking at a player from Real Sociedad. Lots of fans were talking about him. I'm watching him right now, see what he produces on the pitch. He reminds me of someone like Xavi Alonso, then a midfield destroyer. Which I was expecting. I wasn't expecting a guy that's going to pass the ball around because we already got that. We got that in McAllister. But he's a defensive midfielder. Don't get me wrong, people. I'm not here to bash our scouting team or anything like that. I just hope the transfer doesn't end there. Is he capable of, covering for the likes of Trent? I do not know. I really do not know. And what's weird about it is the way this man talked about it yesterday. If you look at David Ornstein's actual message, he said Liverpool aim to bolster the Arne's slot side by signing new number 6 before the summer transfer window shuts. Pursuing a midfielder not currently playing in the Premier League, position viewed as a market priority at Anfield that more on other clubs. So what the way they were talking yesterday, it was like he was a midfield destroyer kind of thing. That's what I said it was. But he isn't a midfield destroyer. Zubimendi is more of a possession kind of player, and he's more of a Alonso than a Caicedo or someone of that ilk. Makelele or Kante, and that's what I don't see. It might listen. It might sound like I'm pessimistic. I'm not saying it it might sound like I'm saying it in a bad way. But I'm looking at the pitch next season, people. I'm looking at what this player can do for the likes of Trent, for the likes of Szoboszlai, for the likes of McAllister, Jones, whoever is going to be in that midfield. That's what I'm looking at, and this is what we need to look at. Yes, we might keep possession better, but where is the actual covering positions, as I was discussing with you guys, earlier in the streams, which I don't see when I'm looking at this. I love the player, don't get me wrong, but I just hope our transfer doesn't end it. I hope we're going to be going for a guy that's got more mobile ability in his body than just passing the ball, because we've got plenty of passers in the team. And don't get me wrong, he's a defensive midfielder, but he's more a position midfielder. In the Premier League, there's one thing playing in the Premier League, and there's another thing playing in La Liga. La Liga, you could keep possession because the pitches are wide, they're huge. You could do a lot of damage in La Liga. That's the difference between the Premier League and the La Liga. The Premier League is more of a gun ho football. Full throttle, it's just non-stop, up and down that pitch. And this is what's worrying when I'm looking at this transfer. I love to have him, don't get me wrong. I'll take him all day long. I've got no issues with that. Big up Hollywood Rock. This is all a speculation. I doubt it will happen. Yeah, we've seen it before, bro. We've seen it before, you know what I mean? But we've got to discuss it, don't we? I mean, I'm not here to say like is an actual transfer that's going to happen. But when this guy comes out and says, you know, a certain thing, let me see where it is. Yeah, Paul Joyce, when he says things like this, Liverpool considering Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi. Sorry about the actual text, people. It's a bit weird. I had to flatten it a bit. It was a bit too wide. Yeah, it shows, you know, Liverpool are considering, because, you know, when Paul Joyce says something, everybody, you know, you need caution signs everywhere, guys. Let's just put it that way. You need caution signs everywhere because, you know it's basically 99.9% right what's happening. And this is how I see it when Paul Joyce is saying it as well. So I'm not gonna be throwing all my hopes in one player. I'm just thinking. I've been thinking: is this the player that we're looking at, or are we looking for more than that? You know, the transfer window has only got a few weeks left. Are they gonna, prolong it and to the last day, or in the last week of the transfer window, so we don't sign someone else? Mate, this is what can happen, people. This is what can happen, and this is what worries me. Big up Beijing Barnes, man. Big up, brother. Blessing and good morning, Fozzie. Big up, bro. Always, man. Always, my brother now, man. My brother. I really enjoyed talking to you, bro. You and your family, man. Big up, brother. Please go subscribe to Beijing Barnes. He's brilliant at what they do. They've got a wicked team, on their channel. In my opinion, one of the best out there as well. So please go subscribe to him. Brilliant person, brilliant human being. Don't get too happy till you see the player holding the shirt. I'm not jumping the gun, bro. I'm not jumping the gun. I'm more, holding back, thinking like, what is going on here? Is because the way they were standing yesterday, it was more of a midfield destroyer than a midfielder who's, keeping possession. You know what I mean? Like, it's a weird one in my opinion, bro. It's a weird one. There's David Austin saying Liverpool exploring the deal to sign Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. Not easy, as 60 million release clause needs to be paid in full if lower fee can be agreed. Would also need to convince 25-year-old, which other clubs haven't managed to date. So I think Man United went for him. It didn't work out. But the thing is, guys, he wants Champions League football. He wants to play in the highest, level of football. Man United ain't gonna offer him that. They could offer you money. That's what they do. That's as far as they go in regards to players. You know what I mean? So other than that, they're not gonna offer you, challenging for a league title. They're not gonna challenge you for major trophies apart from the, Mickey Mouse Cups. So why would he choose to go to Man United? It doesn't make any sense. So Liverpool can offer you, Champions League football, challenging for the title, maintaining that consistency. And, there's a new project here. The players that's there, they're just, some of the best out there at the moment as well. So if they're offering you all that, why would you not want to join a club like Liverpool? It doesn't make sense. I don't think it should be too hard to convince Zubimendi to come to Liverpool in a way. But like you said, Beijing Barnes, I'm watching him right now. I'm just checking out because, like I said yesterday, I don't know much about him. I just want to see what he's all about, what he offers Liverpool Football Club. Can he do more than what the players that we have at the moment? And from what I can see, he can pass the ball like Xabi Alonso. He could put the through ball, towards the players, and he could chip the ball over for a player to volley in and things like that. I like that. Don't get me wrong, but I want to see more of a destroyer than a guy who can pass the ball from from deep, which we have many of them. If we want to go down that route, I'm not. Listen, if he comes into Liverpool Football Club, I'm going to be happy. If not, I'll be upset as well, but I need that DM, guys. I need that DM that's going to destroy everything for me, and going to back the likes of Trent, and Salah on the right side, especially, if you know what I mean. So yeah, it's a strange one. It's a strange one, but listen, it is what it is, isn't it? Now Richard Hughes has to do his job. He has to go out there and fight tooth and nail to get him through the door, because it's been announced. When it's announced, that means it's going to happen more likely. So yeah, people, come on, I'm here for you guys. I'm a Liverpool fan, so you want to hear from a Liverpool guy, get the comments through. Let's discuss and see how far we can go with this, because It's a good thing that's happening at Liverpool at the moment, but it's a long way to go, Paige. And yes, big up Uncle Roz, please. Yo, my brother, I hope you and Mrs. are well. Big up Uncle Roz as always. One of the best guys that I know, obviously, as a friend, and obviously as a Liverpool fan as well. Please go subscribe to Uncle Rodz, man. He's a great person, man. Great person. Big up Hollywood. Caicedo ain't no destroyer, more like a can of tuna. Open up. Yeah. Listen, I'm not judging Caicedo on Chelsea's form. Chelsea is a different football club to many of us. I mean, they just want instant success and expect things to happen, and it ain't gonna happen like that. I can't keep going back to what I said in the past in regards to Chelsea, because Chelsea, not a lot of great players have survived there. Players went somewhere else and played better football than they play at Chelsea. Let's just put it that way, if you know what I mean, people. But yeah, I'm looking at the kid. He just sits in front of that defense from what I can see. I'm just looking at him on YouTube. Obviously, two centre backs are like right there, and he just sits in front of them. He keeps possession. He doesn't really lose a lot. And, don't expect Zubimendi to be that type of player that's going to slide, tackle, and all that stuff. He doesn't do things like that. He will win the ball back, but more of a McAllister way. When McAllister goes for the ball and then, puts his leg in the way to stop the ball going through, and then turns around and, he goes to counter-attack. That's the way Zubimendi plays, people. So, yeah, just keep an eye on that. More to come. I mean, like, I want to see what he can do in the Premier League. Are we gonna just be stuck with him, or are we gonna be doing more transfers? That's what I want to see next as well. Yeah, man. I don't know. I really I'm stuck to see, is this it, or is there more, man? I've got a feeling this is the only transfer we're gonna do in this window, guys. I don't think we're going to go further. We'll try to get that goalkeeper in it from Valencia. I think the goalkeeper wanted to get a first team football, and that hasn't worked out so far. Maybe Kelleher is going. That's why they're looking for a goalkeeper as well. But I'm watching this kid Zubimendi, man. Like, it's just. Yeah, man, it's just Xavi Alonso. Don't get me wrong, I love Xavi Alonso. I love the way Xavi Alonso plays and all that stuff. But is this what we need, man? That's the question. We need a destroyer. We need someone that's going to win the ball back for us. We need someone that's going to, push forward and have that fear factor from the opponents. And I'm looking at his height as well. He ain't that tall, people. Like, he's, I don't know, if he's 5'8", something like that. He's very short, very short, considering what we had before in Fabinho. Fabinho was what I liked about Fabinho in the past, people. He's willing to win the ball back as well as progress it as well. He could do that pass from over the top, and player can run onto it and score a goal as well. But with this kid, he's far from that, and this is what I don't see when I'm watching Zubimendi, man. I just want to see what it's all about when I'm watching the screen over here. He holds his own. Don't get me wrong. He holds his own in Spanish football, but the Premier League's different, man. It's a different beast, guys. Like, the tackle's gonna come into you. Players are onto you like constantly. They're gonna try, get the ball off you, even if they're gonna go through your legs and things like that. And this is what I worry about when we're gonna sign players like this. If you know what I mean? Yes, possession keeping is key, but is that all we're gonna have players for? You know what I mean? What about the other side of the game? What about the ugly side of the game? That's what I'm trying to say, people. It's crazy stuff, man. But yeah, get the comments through, man, so I could discuss it with you guys and see what we could come up with, because I'm all good, you know what I mean? But I need my destroyer, man. I need my destroyer. Fozzie, you seen it when me live in Philly? You seen it with me live in Philly? He is looking for a press resistant DM that has passing abilities. Yes, you could say that, Bajan, but bro, like, what? I'm looking at the Salah side and the Trent side. If you look at defensive deficiencies, that's that side. What did the old players used to do? They used to back them as well. You know what I mean? And this is what I don't see from this player. He's more of a central player than going out wide and backing up the players than what we're used to. You You know what I mean? So I know what you're saying, Beijing. I 100% understand what you're saying, but I don't see it in. I don't look into it in that way. I think we should be getting him and a different type of DM as well, which is a person that could cover positions and do different to him. That's how I see it, bro. You know what I mean? I'm all listen. Don't shoot the messenger, but we need more, man. We need more. And I've got a feeling this is just this, if they're gonna sign this player, they're gonna prolong it. They probably already agreed the deal. They're gonna keep going on to the final stages of the transfer, and then all of a sudden, sign him, and that's the only signing we're gonna get. We're not gonna get anyone else. Honestly, that's how I see it, man. When I'm looking at this, crazy stuff, man. So let's read what he said. Liverpool exploring the deal to sign Zubimendi from Real Sociedad. Not easy, as 60 million release clause needs to be paid in full if lower fee can be agreed. Would also need to convince which other clubs. Yeah, obviously what I said earlier. But the thing is, they want the full money. This is why Liverpool are not selling players for the cheap as well. So what Liverpool want right now is, what Real Sociedad want now is the full money, or no payments and installments or anything like that. So Richard Hughes has to pull his finger out, guys. He needs to pull his finger out, and Marco Edwards has to do his bit as well. Yeah, get the chats through, people, man. Come on, I just woke up to this. I'm happy, you know what I mean, and at the same time, I'm looking for something else as well. You know what I mean, and yeah, let's discuss, man. Let's discuss. Like I said, I'm looking at the player. I like what I see, but I'm expecting more. You know what I mean? So Liverpool have to come up with some money, man. So I've never seen FSG come up with money in full before. So they got to make a deal somehow. So it's 60 million euros, I believe, is about 50 million pounds for the player, and I think he gets about 58k a week. So come on, Liverpool. Surely to God you could do more, you know what I mean, in regards to paying the player as well. So I'm sure they could convince him. I'm sure they could get him through the door, you know what I mean, and all that stuff. It's not a lot of money considering he's only 25 and he's still got a few years in him. And if it doesn't work out, the resale value is there as well. Oh yes, 100%, bro, 100%. Let me send it to you right now. One second, bro. Let me bring Beijing on, man, so we could discuss this stuff. It's better having two heads than one, because I just woke up, people. I'm not very good at looking at things straight away from a point of view of yeah, come on, bro, come on. Let me bring Beijing on, guys. It's coming on in a minute. Yeah, so as you can see, people, a lot of stuff to discuss in regards to that. And I'm looking at obviously anything Liverpool as well. Please go and follow them. They're brilliant at what they do. They're personal friends of mine. I like their stuff. Liverpool want to make a Euro 2024 winner, Martin Zubimendi, the first major signing of the Arne Slot era. It's not bad, is it? Isn't it? If you look at signing players, your first signing is Zubimendi. That's a statement as it is. Honestly, that's a statement as it is. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. I love it. And the Reds have I can't see it properly. Earmarked a move for Spain international Zubimendi as they look to bolster the defensive midfield options. Yeah, it's good to have that, I mean, but let's not stop there. You know what I mean? As I said many times, people, if you look at the other teams like Manchester City and Arsenal, they're not too far ahead of us. If you look at the players that we got, the way we play, and all that stuff. Man City, obviously, they're going to sell Alvarez to Atletico Madrid to get money in, to get players in. They want to follow the law now, apparently, Man City. They want to, be law-abiding citizens. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, oh, nice team in it now. You're in courts for 115 charges, but you want to be nice. Be those kind of teams that's following the law, like Liverpool Football Club. It's too late, man. You're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. Oh, sorry, bro. Let me check again, man. Let me check again. Don't know why it's not working, but it should work. Try this one. Sorry, guys, about the internet as well, man. It's not working properly for me today. Apologize for that. Yeah, so as you can see, like on the from anything Liverpool, they're saying similar things, obviously, from Ian Doyle and all that stuff. Man. I just hope the transfer doesn't end here, guys. I need more, man. I need more to my team. He scores goals as well, from what I can see. I mean, he's both-footed. He's not one-footed player. He could play with his left as well as his right as well. And yeah, I'll do that, bro. I don't know what's going on with the link, but it's weird. It's very, very strange. I'm trying to get Benjamin Barnes in here, guys. Yeah, the link ain't working for some reason. So let me try my best to send him on other platforms, such as WhatsApp. Let's see if you get it. You should have it now, bro. Yeah, people, get the comments through, man. I'm here for you guys as always, man. Sorry, I'm a bit, lackadaisical. I just woke up, and seen all this stuff on Twitter about Zubimendi. But yeah, I can see why people like him. He's not a bad player. he can do this eye of a needle passes and keep possession better, create chances for other players, and it's all from deep as well. It's all from deep. What I like about him so far, when I'm looking at the screen, is when players, I've seen a lot of times with Liverpool, when players are running through on goal, not enough passes are made. They go offside. That's why Darwin Núñez is always going offside every single time. With Zubimendi, from what I can see, Darwin Núñez will love him because he could pass that ball when Darwin Núñez is going, just about to go offside, and he'll be onside this time, if you know what I mean. And I like that. I really, really like that. He's a set piece specialist as well. You know what I mean? Like I said, people, it's more of a Xavi Alonso than a Kante or someone of that ilk, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he's all right. I could see him like he dribbles. He does the first time passes at wide. I think Diaz would love that. You know what I mean? The likes of Diaz and Salah. But, until the player gets that shirt, we don't know what's going to happen, people. You know what I mean? And we don't want to be like jumping the gun thinking, we've got him. And then, Caicedo happens to us again. Another team comes in and stops us, getting this player. Because I could see a lot of Man City fans on social media crying like little babies, saying about, the player going to Liverpool. They don't want him. Like I see, Hamza, my best friend Hamza, going around all the, Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, Ian Doyle, all these guys. He's going to them and saying, "Nah, you're not going to get him. He's too good for Liverpool." Jealous. When someone is jealous, they know the player will, change Liverpool's, fortunes on the pitch. So he's already trying to downgrade it. Try Man City. Telling Man City to get him instead of like Liverpool and things like that. But I can see why people like him. I'm just watching him right now on the pitch. Like he's more technical than most of the players we've got, and he isn't afraid, to be bumped around now and again as well. Like and he gets himself out of trouble majority of the time from what I've seen on the actual screen. Like when you see Gravenberch turning with the ball, and I said he gets himself out of tight situations. I can see Zubimendi doing the same thing as well, guys, when I'm watching him right now. Yeah, great. Listen, it's good. I like it. Yeah, I've got no issues with that. But I'm still like thinking about, that destroyer, man, because that's what I need, man. I need someone that's going to back Trent. I don't want Trent to be looking like an idiot every single time anymore. I don't want Robertson, if he's still going to be playing at Liverpool Football Club, looking like an idiot as well. Yeah, the kid looks good, man. The kid looks phenomenal from what I can see. Like what I like about him, like whenever he gets the ball, he thinks ahead. He's never like, you know, like when we watch Liverpool Football Club, the players they stand still, and then you know the opponents get the ball off them straight away. From what I can see of him, once he gets the ball, there's players around him in a close proximity, like sorry about the word, in a close area where he gets boxed in. He can get out of it. He can get out of it, and he already thinks ahead. That's what I like about him. He already, you know, like when he gets the ball, he kicks it forward straight away. So the players, in their mind, they're already thinking he's going to control it, but he kicks it forward, makes them, you know, and then he's already left them. That's what I like about him. He's good at that. He's very, very good at that. And short passes is brilliant at. And, you know, listen, I could get used to that, but we need more, man. We need more. We need more, man. We need more. Let me see what I can do here. Let me see what I can do here, man. Got left, right, and center now. Guys, I'm not going to be on. I need to go on. Let me see if I could get on Rodz on as well. There you go. But get the comments through, people, man. I'm here for you guys as always. I mean, while I'm watching this kid on the screen, I like his passes, guys. I really, really like his passes. You know, like his passes go on the run. He's always on the run. Someone's running through offside. So before he gets offside, he passes the ball. He passes the ball every single time before he goes offside. And I like that. I really, really like that. There he is again. Yeah. Not bad at all, man. Not bad at all. Let me get to the comments. You should stay in the States as long as possible. The UK riots are appalling. People wearing Liverpool kits, smashing things up is a disgrace. Yeah, bro, I don't know what's going on with our country, man. It's a mess at the moment. You know what I mean? It's not what we want, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Everybody is being informed in the wrong ways, and people believe anything, you know, the far right is saying. And, you know, they're forgetting, you know, all this stuff we're doing ain't helping nobody, man. Ain't helping nobody. And scary times, bro. Scary times. But as I said about Zubimendi, like, I've got no qualms, you know, I've got no issues in the kid coming to Liverpool Football Club. It's just, you know, what worries me is I don't know what's going on with the link. I am sending it to you guys. I'm copying it and I'm sending it. Yeah. Hang on. I'm trying to get these two guys on, but it's not happening. It's not happening at all. Yeah, people, get the comments through, man. I mean, I know it's a busy morning everywhere. I know, like, it's one of those days that's, you know, every YouTuber is on and doing his own thing. But, you know, when I hear it from original Liverpool fans, you know, just give it a chance, man. That's all I can say. Give it a chance, man. I'm looking forward to this. You know what I mean? I'm looking forward to this, man. I don't know why the link is not working, but let me try it one more time, yeah? Let me try what's happening there. Why it's not letting me? Maybe it's because I'm on a laptop. When I'm on my computer, it's fine. Try one more time, guys. Try one more time, see if it's working. Yes, I'm good, but yes, yeah, man. Oh, bless up. Big up, everyone. Yeah, I like what I see in the kid, you know what I mean? But we need more, man. I've got a feeling, guys. I don't know what it is that's telling me this is the only signing we're going to have this summer. I don't think we're going to go further than this, honestly. I don't think we're going to go further than this player. But, yeah. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Let's go. There you go. What's going on, Rodz? All right?
Was it good morning down there? Is it good morning?
Yeah, it's morning, bro. It's morning. It's very
good
morning.
To
How you doing?
Good. I am very well.
So what do you think of the signing, mate? What do you think of the signing?
Listen,
future signing. We haven't signed him yet, but future signing, you know what I mean?
If we can pull that off, it'd be good. Because I think what it is, I understand what you're saying about a destroyer. I understand that. Perfectly understand that. Because I wouldn't mind that myself. Do you know what I mean? But I think what it is Zubimendi is an Arnie slot player. he's a sort of player that
Once he's carry on.
He's a sort of player that that Arne Slot wants. Do you know what I mean? He's that sort of player. So I think he will suit Arne Slot's system. Now, if you want something to mop up, you can always put him with McAllister. McAllister can do that role. Stefan Bajcetic can do that role. Do you know what I mean? And even Endo, to a lesser extent, can do that role. Do you know what I mean? But I think the type of six of what Arne Slot is looking for is a Zubimendi type. Do you know what I mean? That not a person that sort of like is just going to sit there, sort of like just going to sit there and like mop up. The sort of player that's going to do that, but also get involved with the play as well. Do you know what I mean? Get involved with the play and create chances and score goals if you can. Because we've all seen that today that Zubimendi can score goals. He's capable of scoring goals. So I'm thinking that they sort of like he probably wants more goals from midfield.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So if that's the case, Zubimendi is that type of player that can do that. And he can also defend as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's a Xabi Alonso type. I mean, and also Asphalt as well, sort of like other clubs that they've been interested in and trying to convince him to sort of like to prize him away.
Yeah.
These other clubs, no disrespect to them, they haven't got the right package. Because if you take Man United for one, things are not really settled there. Do you understand what I'm saying? So he's going to probably look at that, seeing that he's not really settled there, and seeing the fact that they're not in Europe, they're only in Europa Cup. And he's thinking to himself, well, I don't really want to go there. Then you've got a situation of other clubs, with other clubs. Is he going to get minutes with other clubs? If he went to PSG, is he going to get minutes? Do you know what I mean? So I think we can sell the project to him in a way that, one, he's guaranteed minutes at the club. Two, we're in Europe. And three, there's Spanish-speaking people at the club. You got a Colombian there, you got a Uruguayan there, and you got an Argentinian there. He's got the chance of being in midfield with the Argentinian.
Yeah.
Copa del Rey winner. Not Copa del Rey. Copa America winner and also World Cup winner. Do you know what I mean? So he's got all those chances. I think really, Judy, if we talk to this guy right, we should be able to sell the product to him and get him at the club.
Big up, Uncle Rodz, man. Sounds good to me. Go on, Beijing. What's going on, man?
Blessing, fellas.
Yeah, man.
Big up, mate. So what do you think of this, man? What do you think of this Liverpool going for Zubimendi? When Paul Joyce, says it, everybody, there's caution signs everywhere. Everybody's, so you know how it is. You know how it is, Beijing. Go on.
Wet floor and all that.
I'm gonna stay reserved. I like him if he come in, but I'm not keeping my hopes up. So I don't want to get disappointed, to be honest with you.
Sure.
This summer transfer, a couple of weeks ago, I said we ain't doing zero transfers, and I hope I'm not right. I've been right for the last 2 seasons. Arsenal not winning no trophies, but I definitely don't want to be right about this one. But I'd take him. I mean, Fozzie, when we were at Philly, I mean, me and you had a really, really good bird's eye view, so we were able to see the whole pitch and see what Slot was really trying to do with the different tactics that he was playing. And he played so many different formations in that game. And he started out at the 3-4-3, then he switched to 4-2-3-1, then he went to 3-5-2. I mean, he did so many different things, and you saw. I was shocked. I'm sure you were shocked when we saw Dom playing the 6, and I'm like, hold on. Dom's playing the 6. I looked at my daughter. I'm like, am I seeing right? Is Dominic playing the 6 with CJ? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, what the hell? I didn't expect that. So McAllister and having Zubimendi as a double pivot partnership, man, that could cook for us, because we saw what he's trying to do with the press resistant type of midfielders that has the techiness plus have the passing abilities. And have the two of them there, and Trent's going to free roam, because we're not going to see a stringent formation like we saw with Klopp for all these years, right? Playing the strict 4-3-3 all the time.
Yeah.
You're going to see him switching up. You're going to see the three at the back, and then you're going to have Trent fall into the middle four. Rather than an inverted, he'll be more pushing up a little bit more. It could work really, really good for us. And you know what? I'm confident with this season. We did our prediction, our rough draft of predictions, and I had Liverpool finishing second this season, so behind City. So
we'll see. Listen, you know what it is today? I wouldn't mind them finishing first to Ross Club.
Listen, you're going to never hear me complain about going first, because I will be ecstatic. It means we'll throw more gears at Arsenal, throw more shots at Gunali. You know what I mean? And that's a good rivalry going between me and him.
But do you think at the end of the day, yes, say in a perfect world that Arne Slot gets the signings that he wants, he gets the, obviously the centre back situation sorted out, he gets the midfield sorted out. Personally, I don't think we need a forward player. I don't think we need one. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But yes, say he does get a forward player. Yes, say he gets somebody that pushes Salah. Yeah.
Cover for Salah. Cover for Salah.
Cover for Salah. Do you think we can go on and win the title?
Yeah, I think we have the quality.
Yeah.
And Rodz, I want to ask you something, because a lot of people seem to be not too high on Sepp van der Berg. How do you feel about him? Because for me, he looks like a quality defender who's press resistant and is very calm on the ball. And Fozzie, I'll ask you the same question after Rodz as well. What's your thoughts on Sepp? Because I'm okay with him being a fourth choice center back over Joey G for me, because I think Joey G is a better utility player on the wings. I think center back is not good for him. I think the wings are a better spot for Joey G.
Yeah, like fullback, something like that.
Yeah.
Fullback, like left back or right back. Yeah, totally agree. It's a bit hard. You know what? I've got to keep the same energy, because what it is, I said in one of my shows, at the morning show, I said I like to see Fabio Carvalho get a chance in the team. I like to see him get a chance because I think he's doing well. Do you know what I mean? He's applying himself. He's resound to the fact that he might not be able to pay the 10. He'll probably be out and left. Do you know what I mean? He's resound to that fact. And he seems to say, right, you know what? Here, what I'm going to do it for the good of the team. And he's willing to fight for his spot. Now, with Sepp van der Berg, if that can work, if we do keep Sepp van der Berg, well, that means that saved us money. Do you know what I mean? We've saved money on that. Do you know what I mean? And then we can sort of say, all right, then you know what? We can put more money in getting sort of like a right winger. Do you know what I mean? So I suppose as of late, I'm probably open to the idea of him staying. But the only problem is they have to promise him a certain amount of minutes, because he's not going to stay if he knows it and he's only going to be playing like a little bit part and not really getting the minutes. They have to promise a certain amount of minutes. Say, right, you know what? You're going to be playing a certain percentage of the season, whether it be League Cup, FA Cup, League, or Champions League. You know what I mean? You're going to be playing that. And if they can sell that package to him, he will stay. Because his main problem is that he wants minutes. Like Kelleher wants minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, if they can sort something out that he can play a good percentage of the season, well, that's going to be good for us, because that's going to save us money. It's going to save us money. Probably save us about 20, 25 million. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Depending on what sort of player you're looking for. Because if they're looking for a national type, well, then you're looking at 30 plus, aren't you? You're literally looking at 30 plus. So if they do keep Sepp van der Berg, and they do want to go for a national type player or a national himself, well, we just saved ourselves 30 to 35 million. So I'm open to the idea. Open to it.
I'm more worried about Ibu, Rodz and Fozzie. I'm worried about his availability. And if we let Sepp go because he's not going to get the game time, now we're relying on three center backs, more or less. And then you have Joey G there as a fourth center back cover. Ibu has not proven to me that he can keep fit. He has not proven. For me, he's not even number 2 anymore. That's Kwanzaa. Kwanzaa and
yeah.
DVD is your two starters, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but Ibu worries me. He really does. He
panics
worries me
too much.
a lot.
Do you think he panics too much?
He does.
Panics on the ball too much. He's a bit too rash. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
When you think that he's got that out of his game, it comes back, and it comes back in a vengeance. And I was watching a game the other day against Man United, and I was saying to myself, you know what? I don't trust him going forward. Number one, as you said, his availability. And number two, I just think he's too rash on the ball.
Yeah.
I just think at the day we can get a better defender than that. Do you know what I mean? You know, there's better defenders out there. Do you know what I mean? They look more easier on the ball. Do you know what I mean? And as you said, if we can get a Seth Vandenberg to come in, do you know what I mean? Give him a chance to come in and say, all right, okay, mate, show us what you can do. You know what I mean? These are the games that you're going to be playing. Show us what you can do. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I think that's going to work out well for us because I've just lost it with Konate. I just lost it because Kwanzaa come on the other day, played the other day, and literally Kwanzaa showed him up. Kwanzaa in the day showed him how to defend. This is how you defend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Last Stick's tackle against Arsenal. Do you see that when he came from nowhere and he just took the ball away from who was it? Was it Havertz? I think Havertz.
Yeah, Havertz.
Yeah, Havertz. He had a tap in. He just came from nowhere and just took the ball away from him. He's like, no, you don't. That's not happening. Yeah. Could you see Konate doing that?
You know what, Konate, guys? You know the problem with him is he's careless. I mean, he's careless. And, you know, people like that, they're just naturally like that. You're waiting for him to improve, and he's never going to improve. You know what I mean? When I watch Konate, I'm always, you know, at the edge of my seat. Is he going to get injured? I don't know if you guys are like that, because the challenges he goes in for is a type of challenges that you get injured all the time. I think he did that against Arsenal the other day as well. He went for some challenge, and I said, that's it. I don't know if he does it by purpose to take time off, or, you know, if he's just naturally like that, like dumb. You know what I mean? I've always said that. I said that. I remember me and Jamie Phillips. It's probably a year or two ago. I said to them, listen, if this is Van Dijk's replacement in the future, we're finished. We are absolutely finished, and we need to get better than what we're watching. Like you just said, Kwanzaa has just come into the team last season, and look at the way he's performing, guys. You know what I mean?
Yep.
He makes errors. That's the young. He's only 21. He's gonna make errors. You know what I mean? He's not gonna be Virgil van Dijk. Not everybody's gonna be like Virgil van Dijk. You know, error resistance. You know what I mean? He doesn't make any errors every single time. You know what I mean? So, what I like about Kwanzaa is he's willing to learn. Even like when he makes errors, like he won't make the same mistake twice. If you know what I mean? He does the mistake. Like someone ran past him the other day against Arsenal. I think he went back and won the ball back. That's what I like about Kwanzaa. I mean, not these kind of players that, you know, when a player goes past you and then they just put their head down and they let the player go and that is it. You know what I mean? That's just stupid. I mean, I don't like defenders like that. Yeah, but I think we should be looking elsewhere. Listen, he always wanted to join PSG. You know, PSG should offer the money that they you know, they want to like get him for, and just move him on, get a better defender than what we got. The thing is, guys, the best ability is availability, isn't it?
Yes.
In stages of the season, this guy is never available. Let's just be realistic here. We want to win league titles. We want to win Champions League. We want to win FA Cups, League Cups, and he's never there. You know what I mean? And what do you want us to do? Like wait for him every single time, like Daniel Sturridge? I mean, you're gonna keep hoping, and it's never gonna happen. You know what I mean? You can't live,
right? Hopium.
Yeah, we can't. We can't live on that anymore. You know what I mean?
Remember Harry Krul? Sorry to cut across you. Do you remember Harry Krul?
Yeah,
that was another player that was always hoping to get better.
Go by, Uncle Ross. Their value goes down, and then you're still waiting. And you know, you're aging yourself. You don't even realize, oh damn, 5 years has gone my age. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
and you know, it shouldn't be like that. But as for Seth Vandenberg, you know, Lee, we were speaking about it, obviously before the game. We had a good conversation, me and you. You finally know what I'm all about in regards to FSG and things like that. I made it clear for Lee to understand what I said. I like Seth Vandenberg. From what I've seen of him, guys, he's improved. What I mean improved in, like, his positioning, his passing ability. I didn't even know he had pace. I always thought like players run past him, and he's got a bit of pace now. It was shocked me, you know, like how's he got that? Because before I didn't used to see that. This is what used to like make me scared watching St. Vandenberg. But now like he's willing to work hard. If a player is pushing for a move to play first team spot, that should give you the mindset of, you know, this player wants to stay and fight for a position and he wants to be a part of that first team. That should give you the motivation as a manager. You know what? I don't want to lose this player. He's willing to, you know, fight for a position to be in the first team. And, you know, our players are not young. We're talking about Van Dijk, 33 years old, hasn't got long left. Let's just be honest over here. Konate, we don't trust at all. Gomez, in and out, but I don't think we're going to trust him as a centre back anymore. He's better as a fullback. I've been saying for years. I'm not wrong about that. And you know, there's two positions available in the future as well, which is the centre back position. So Kwanzaa and Seth Vandenberg can fight for that position. You know what I mean? And you know, see what they can do. That's how I see it. You know what I mean? Like I said, what I seen on Seth in the preseason, there's 3 players that impressed me this preseason. He's one of them. Harvey Elliott is the other one. And Carvalho is the other one. Them 3 impressed me the most, in my opinion. In the other ones, I expected them to do what they've done. You know what I mean? Yeah. Curtis Jones is Curtis Jones. He's never going to change. We're still going to be living in hope, thinking, oh, he's a Scouser, he's going to be getting good. It's not going to happen, guys. Curtis Jones is in and out of form. He's going to be like that for the rest of his career, so don't expect too much.
And he's not a 6, Fozzie. Curtis is not a 6. He might give me the ball so many times, bro. I was like, what are we doing? I was like, the man's right there. You're kicking the ball straight into the Arsenal player. I'm like, what are we doing here, Curtis?
Supposedly was about a 6 to them, wasn't it?
Oh, 100% by a mile, Rodz, by a mile. Supposedly played that position very, very well.
He did, didn't he? Because remember the day in the same game with Arsenal, he stopped a goal as well, didn't he? He stopped a goal when there was a tap in. He just put his foot out at the last minute, and the guy sort of like took the shot, but it come off obviously supposedly. So he saved us a goal. So like, and when you look at that now, he's probably a better defender than what frigging bloody Konate is. Do you know what I mean? You know, but like my problem is with Curtis Jones is that I like him as a player because I've always spoke highly of him. I spoke highly of him. I spoke highly of him. But my problem is, in the day, is he holds onto the ball too long, and that was prevalent at the day when he played against Real Betis, and he had to come off in half an hour, and Trainioli come on, right, and
Trainioli did a business,
right?
Did a business,
right? Now, he showed at the day to sort of like Curtis Jones what your mistake is, because soon as Trainioli got the ball, bam, pass and run. And that's how you should be doing it in midfield. You shouldn't be holding on to ball so long that the ball gets taken off you. Trainioli knew what he was going to do before he even received the ball. Imagine that. Before he even received the ball, he knew exactly what he was going to do and he knew exactly who he was going to pass to. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because he set up that goal. That's what I was trying to say to Frank the other day, is that he set the goal up because it started from him. He got the ball, he passes the Szoboszlai. Szoboszlai played the 1-2 with Salah, and then Szoboszlai scored. But it all started from Trainioli. Now, could you see Curtis Jones doing that?
No chance.
No.
Let me just read a comment over here, guys. I'm not getting carried away until it's done. Okay. You're spot on, Daryl. You're spot on, brother. Zubimendi
feel the same way.
Twice. Come on, people. It's FSG. We are not getting Zubimendi. It's PR spin. This is what they do. Think about the words exploring, monitoring. Okay. Listen, if Paul Joyce comes out, it's more 99.9% is true. That's how I see it. I don't know about you guys. I mean, if Paul Joyce comes out, that's when I start believing things, because if you look at the other, outlets, it's very hit and hope. That's what it is. But with Paul Joyce, it's 99.9. But I think they're going to prolong it, Bajan and Rods. I think they're going to prolong this, and this is going to be the only signing, man. I mean, this is why they're saying, 50 million is too much. This is, we've got to talk about it. They want a payment, all the payment at once. This is prolonging for you to not sign other players. That's what it is. I don't know if you think that, Bajan.
Listen, you could be spot on that, but hold on. They can't complain that they don't have the money because Solanke is given the go ahead to go to Spurs. We get the sell on clause of 12 million because that's going to go for 60 million. We get a 20% sell on clause, so you're gonna be at 12 million approximately. Big up Hamza. So you're gonna make some money there. So we should be signing at least 2 players minimum before the deadline's done. We need a cover for Salah. We do need 100%. Cover for Salah.
Yeah.
Salah's been playing on that side by himself with no cover for years, and we've seen Salah start the season off on fire. Second half comes around, his legs fall off, and he struggles. If anyone study it earlier this season when January swung around, Rodz, you know how much GA Salah had from January to the end of the season for Liverpool?
He must have beer. He must have enough.
Nah, he had what? 6 GA, bro.
Serious?
6. 2 goals, 4 assists from January onwards.
Yeah, but he did drop off shape though, didn't he? He did drop off shape.
That is because he has no cover. He's playing every game all the time.
Exactly, man.
Yeah.
Same thing with how we treated Fab. Fab was our 6. He was our lone 6 for years. And then what happened? His legs fell off because he couldn't do it no more.
Yeah. That's us. I said that before, sort of like with a lot of our players that we had at the day. It's like they was asked to do too much. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because we had that season at the day when we won the Champions League. Yeah. Then the season after that, we went on a madness. We literally went on a madness. Do you know what I mean? So come to the end of that season, we won the league, right? And there's literally at the day asking that team to do it over again. You can't. Do you know what I mean? You can't. Then they become. Remember the quad season when we nearly won the quad, yeah. That was another madness as well, yeah.
Yeah.
The season after that, they was asked to do it again. There's only so much. Exactly. There's only so much these players can do. That they're not robots. They're a human being, and you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose it. Do you know what I mean? So that's why I'm thinking that they will look at the team that we've got at this present stage. Today is a good team. I think personally, we need 2 signings. We need 2 signings. Yeah.
Agreed.
In my opinion, minimum we need 2 signings.
Yeah, minimum 2 signings.
Minimum.
Because as you said, we can get away with it, and they were saying, right, Seth, let's see what you can do. Yeah. Here's your chance to shine. Here's what you can do. Right. You put him in. Right. So then all you got to do is get a midfielder and something to deputize for Salah, and then you're sorted. Do you know what I mean? So I think a minimum 2. I do understand the fact like we've been told this before when it comes to players and so forth. You know what I mean? So you have to be kind of like bearing the side of caution when these sort of things come out. Do you know what I mean? But I've got a feeling that they're actively looking to sign Zubimendi. I just got that feeling.
I think it's going to happen.
Actively could sign.
I'll tell you why it's going to happen, because you never let the news outlets, they don't come out with things like this all at the same time without something happening behind the scenes. Liverpool don't share their transfers, do they normally, guys?
It's true.
Yeah, so
it's true.
That's what I think is more of a done deal than we first thought. They're just prolonging it, so the transfer window can go, further days and all that stuff. But I think there's more to this than we first thought, guys.
Furthermore, I think at the end of the day they might go for Anthony Gordon.
I honestly, Rodz, I'm not
a big fan, bro.
One at all.
I'm not a fan of his. Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is at the end of the day? I'm a fan. I'm not a fan.
Yeah.
But the way they're probably looking at it is like, number 1, he's English, and number 2, he's sort of like he's young, and 3, he can probably deputize for Salah. That's what they're probably looking in that sense. Do you know what I mean? Put it this way, if it happened,
I don't know if you could play right wing, bro. I think
I think you're better off if you did get him and Gakpo covers left, and you switch Lucho to the right, because Lucho could play the right wing.
Yeah, he plays better.
Yeah. That's a good shout. That is a good shout. But then you don't need to buy sort of like Anthony Gordon really, do you?
That's if you sign Gordon. That's if you sign Gordon.
It's up to Gordon anyway, guys. You know what I mean? Liverpool is not going to pay.
He wants to come.
Yeah,
he wants to come.
Not going to pay 75. They're not going to pay that.
That's stupid money.
They'll work out something. They'll work out something. But like, all right. So ideally, who would you guys want to deputize for Salah? All right, Andy Gordon's out the way.
Mm-hmm.
Who would you guys want to deputize for Salah?
I don't know if there's anyone out there at the moment, Uncle Rodz. Like, we've got to be careful how we're going on there, because the next transfer that's going to be, that's replacing Salah in that position has to be a younger player that's got similar attributes. I don't mean like scoring a lot of goals, but left-footed, cutting in from the left, creating goals, as well as scoring probably 12, 13 goals a season and things like that, and causing havoc. That's what I want. I don't know exactly who's out there. Maybe Bayesian has someone, but I don't know who's out there that's similar to Salah.
With the whole situation with Real Madrid, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would rather hold off on getting a right wing cover right now. And if they went for Gordon, for example, and then Gordon came in, you put Diaz on the right, I would rather hold off and get a player like Rodrigo, because I think he's going to want out of Real Madrid with the amount of stockpiling that they're doing there.
There's too many players, man. Yeah.
He disrespected over in Real Madrid right now. And I think the Mbappe signing is going to cause a lot of friction in that team. Yeah. So he could probably sign him, and he ideally would be the best situation to replace Salah for us.
I think more Valverde than him, bro. I think more Valverde will suit Liverpool than him. I don't know if Valverde is going to stay there either. So the way they're signing players,
no, Valverde will stay there because Valverde is more of your midfield player, and he can go.
He can play on the right as well.
Yeah, but I'm saying he can play on the right. But
and he's energetic, he can run up and down that pitch the whole day. That's
why that's the same. He's more of like obviously your hybrid 8, which can go forward and do his stuff. So I think his position does not really come under threat as much as Rodrigo's does. Yeah. Rodrigo's position comes under threat. Really comes under threat. Do you know what I mean?
Because they signed that Brazilian kid too, right? And
Emric.
Yeah.
And he's a winger as well. He's a
right winger. He's a right winger.
I thought he was a striker. Oh,
no, he's a right wing.
He plays right wing, and he could play striker, but he plays right wing as well.
So why don't Liverpool go for Rodrigo now?
They can.
Why go through now to say, look, hey, what blood? Now, serious. All you got to say to them, Rodrigo, come on now. How much games are you necessarily going to play this season? And plus, as well, we got our South American contingents down here. You're going to feel right at home in Liverpool
100%.
with Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, and McAllister, Alisson. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if that youth's coming in like Zubimendi, if he's coming in, he goes, we've got bare Spanish people down there. We had Dewitt's down. Just get down there.
I agree.
It's true though, isn't it? It's true though. Am I lying though? Am I lying?
No, you're not. You're not.
If you look at Real Madrid, it's like we flipped over in the Klopp era. Could have signed all those players Real Madrid have, like Mbappe, Bellingham and Tchouaméni. It's like it's been switched over. It's crazy how life is, man. It's very, very true.
I got another one for you guys. Who do you think is the better starter for us at left back right now, Tsimikas or Robertson?
Tsimikas. I'm done with Robertson.
Because there's a real touchy subject for a lot of people, because people in with the sentimental stuff, and I'm not that guy. I'm not sentimental at all.
You can't.
I think Robertson's days are done. You can't. Not anymore. They sold one of my favorite players of all time. Well, he let him walk on a free, Bobby Firmino. Bro, I'm not sentimental anymore, bro. Listen.
No.
Robertson's done a job for us. I think he should be back up to Tsimikas being the starter, especially what Slot wants to do. Tsimikas gives you a lot more.
You know what it is, Bayesian? You know what it is with Robertson? Yeah, he chose this life. Nobody pushed him to play this many games. He could have told the manager, like, mate, I need a rest here. He pushed himself to the limit, and now he's gone over the limit. Now he's not the player that he was anymore. He can't blame anyone but him. He can't blame anyone but himself for what happened to his career. I mean, he could have had a rest here and there. The guy played like 6 years consistently, guys, non-stop football. That's too much. You need a rest, but he didn't want it. I remember.
You know what to say. Your worst enemy is yourself.
Of course.
Yeah.
Let me just read the comments before we go on. Why would they leak they are exploring to sign someone? Caicedo again. Like I said, bro, it's done. I got a feeling it's done, man. We signed him. I will I will flush my ass in the Woolies window. Okay.
Just say start that.
Okay.
Yeah, we know that to the dog, you know. They're on that, you know.
It's up to you, man.
They're on that.
Yeah. Big up, Uncle Rodz and Bajan. I love. Listen, these are my two favorite guys in the same place. It's my favorite. It's my favorite day ever, man. So don't worry about that.
But you mans are in the sun, man. I mean, there's some gloomy weather, you know. There's some gloomy weather in England. I'm already feeling it. You see, next season, I'm coming out to America, man. You stay there.
You need to come, mate.
I'm gonna be there.
Best time. But Bajan keeps messaging me about the weather every minute. Each time he messages me, it's bloody raining outside, man.
Is it raining where you are?
It's bad. It's really
it was the other day when I left New York on Saturday. I messaged Fozzie. I'm like, listen, bro, thunderstorms coming in. Get ready.
I was like, laughing, no way.
He's like, no way. And then it came down. He's like, blood, bro. You gotta put your mouth on this. I told you it was coming. I drove through it, bro. So I knew it was coming. I drove through it.
How long did it take you to drive from Canada to over there?
It was about seven hours.
Yeah, not too bad, is it? Not too bad.
Yeah, I did 14 hours earlier this month to South Carolina.
Yeah.
Man, you drive a lot. What you told me that, oh man, it's crazy stuff, man.
Yeah. It's cheaper than flying. It's way cheaper than flying.
Yeah. Listen, that's why when people live in Europe, like Germany and places like that, they literally drive to Switzerland, Austria, Spain, Italy.
It's similar in America, you know that. It's similar. Yeah. When you're driving to different places in America, it's similar to that. Yeah, in Europe, you're right, actually.
Central Europe.
For me to get to Florida from where I am in Toronto is 22 hours.
Okay.
It's a long drive. I know people have done it straight without stopping. It's doable. I
have to stop.
I did from Washington. Well, I got the car from New York. I went to Washington and I drove straight to Florida, Tampa, Florida. So it was 2,000 miles, something like that. I think it was something like that.
2,000 miles.
Something like that. Oh, it was crazy, mate. You know what's so funny, guys? Yeah? You know when you're driving, you're making stops. Yeah, you go to these hillbilly places, isn't it? Oh.
No, I'm not feeling that either.
I'm telling you, different language, different looking.
Yeah, we're not dip on that, you know.
Oh, I got scared, man. I said,
we're not dip on that because I've seen Mississippi burning.
Listen, Rodz, I'm not gonna lie to you though. You see the people down south, they're super friendly, bro. They're so friendly. Yeah, Southern hospitality really is a thing.
Yeah.
It don't matter what your skin color is. Like it don't matter. They're friendly as hell, man. They open doors for you. They're like, good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
No, that is true.
It's so refreshing. When you go to New York, it's stuck up as shit, man.
Do you know what? When I was in Germany, working in Germany, most of the people on the army base were from down south, like Virginia, Louisiana, and places like that. Do you know what I mean? And one woman, she was from Alabama. Yep. Yeah, she was from Alabama. But it's true what you're saying. Most of the people, they're friendly as F. They're really, really friendly and stuff. Do you know what I mean? And you could have jokes with them. Yeah. Have jokes with them, and it's like there was this guy, and I think he's from Virginia, but he looked like the spitting image of ZZ Top, you know. ZZ Top, no, seriously, he's famous ZZ Top. My guy's predator. So one time, this was when I was in South Germany. One time I said to him, "Yo, has anyone ever told you look like ZZ Top?" He goes, "Yeah, man. You know that."
It's gonna be interesting in the World Cup, innit? I'm planning to go, man. I want to go.
I want it.
I've got myself in the lottery for the ticket, so we'll see if I score, because Toronto, we've got 6 games, 6 games in Toronto, so hopefully I can score tickets for World Cup, because that will be exciting.
Yeah.
The kids are already busting my nuts saying, "Dad, you got to get tickets." I'm like, I'm in the lottery, man. I've been in it for years, so it's not up to me. It's the luck of the draw. We'll have to see. Man.
We did that for the Champions League, innit? And we didn't even get anything, you know. The only lottery I got was a Super Cup when we faced Chelsea in Turkey, and I won that actually. and I want to take her to watch the Super Cup and we'll beat Chelsea in penalty shootouts.
Oh,
That's it. Yeah.
see.
Touch Thursdays, that was because Salah got injured in the AFCON, sorry, and was never fit after that. That's the reason we are after Gordon. You know, with Salah, guys, like we're chasing Kudus as well, innit? Liverpool want Kudus. A lot of our fan base want Kudus. So if Kudus is Salah's replacement, how do you guys feel about that? AFCON, him leaving in January during the season. If we're going to take that risk if we get Kudus.
So if we get Kudus, how many more African players we have in our team right now?
I don't think we've got any.
I don't think we have any, right? Who's the other one?
Just Salah, isn't it?
We've got Asian Salah now. At the same time, innit? Endo goes to the
Well, Endo, I don't think Endo is going to be here by transfer deadline. I think he's going to get sold. I don't think he's in slots. So. He's not in slots plans at all. Yeah. So realistically, it's only Salah. Well, before we had Salah, Mane, Keita. Who else we had? There was somebody else. Well, Matip didn't play for Cameroon. That was it. So we lost.
That was
3
it, wasn't
players.
it?
Yeah. If it's only Salah now, or if Salah leaves at the end of this season and leaves on a free, and you have Kudus, then you're only really losing 1 player. That's not bad. That's not bad. Yeah. He's a good player. I'm okay with him. I'm okay with Kudus, but I would rather. As long
as, like you said, Diaz can play on the right in it, so that's not bad either. I mean, if he goes like when Salah left, we didn't really miss him that much. I think we played better, in my opinion.
We played better.
I think we played like a team than individually. For the individual, so that wasn't bad. Ale says, I just hope this doesn't end up like the Caicedo farce Hughes on fraud watch for me. I think it's a bit too much pressure on Paul Hughes, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, he hasn't made deals like this, man. So let's just, Bournemouth, Liverpool is 2 different stuff. Come on, man. Fraud watch.
I'm gonna use that, Eli. I'm gonna use that fraud watch there. That's heavy.
We're already in front of the computer, innit? Thinking like, what's happening? Goodness me. I like that.
Fraud Watch UK. Fraud Watch UK.
I like that.
Stop it.
Guys, so
Fozzie, when you heading back? Back?
Friday, and then I'm gonna go and watch the game on Sunday, 12:30.
It's Sunday. Yeah, Sunday. Yeah, I got to get up early for the watch around 7:30 my time to watch that game.
Yeah,
so I'm early out.
Hopefully, I'll get some more tickets, guys. I'm really hoping for that because since Klopp left, I think a lot of people don't apply for tickets anymore. Like the guy says in a fraud watch at the moment on our hourly slot. So I'm joking. But yeah. I'm hoping I'm going to go for more games this season, so I could do some more content from the actual stadiums. Probably link up with you guys on your streams as well, man. We could do something like that.
Definitely.
Yeah, 100%.
So, guys, if we just get Zubimendi, are you guys happy with that? If that's the only transfer we're going to get?
I'm not happy, but I'm okay with it. We just got to roll with it, and then maybe to do something in January as well. Who knows? But what's the point of kicking up a fuss and carrying on? Nothing's going to change, right? If that's all we get. So we do have. Rodz said it perfectly. We do have quality in our team.
Yeah,
our team was right in the title race all season last season up until the end when the legs fell off.
Yeah,
right. And some of that could fall on Klopp as well. Went back to more favorites than rather playing the kids. Things changed when he stopped playing the kids who were playing hard and we were getting results. And he went back to his usuals.
Yeah.
Then things start to fall down and we start to lose pace because those guys just weren't it. Salah got rushed back way too early after the AFCON injury. In my opinion, he didn't necessarily have to do that. I think Robbo, he brought back too early. Same thing. Yeah. Same thing with Ibu. Ibu had a hamstring injury. He got rushed back too early as well. Yeah. So I think there was some errors on Klopp part and it could be on him. It could be on the medical staff as well. Now I was not sold on that medical staff whatsoever. I think they're a bunch of frauds. No, they're gone. They're gone.
It wasn't a proper one, was it? It wasn't a proper one, was it? Remember, it was all like mishmash, wasn't it?
And my problem, guys, is that players came back way too early from injuries, And the other thing that bugged me is that we had so much leg injuries as a team in a whole for like 5 straight years. We had the most leg injury for a squad for 5 straight years. That is a problem with the medical staff. Clear as day. It's nobody else but them. Because they should be telling the manager, hey, this guy is borderline. He shouldn't be coming in. We need to hold him back. Regardless of what Klopp says. And if Klopp still decides, oh, I'm playing him, then that's on the manager.
Yeah, it's on him, isn't it? Yeah.
But the medicals team should have been way better. And I think this medical squad is going to be a lot better than the previous regime with Quagmire and those clowns. Yeah. I was never sold on it.
Quagmire, you know. And that's like Family Guy, isn't it? Quagmire. Family Guy settings, you know. No, it's true what you're saying. I think we have been guilty of that over the last 5, maybe 6 seasons of like burning out our players and expecting more out of our players. You know what I mean? Whether the fact that we should have stocked up on on our players, like squad strength and so forth, or it could have been down to the medical staff, because I know the last 2 seasons our medical staff was dodgy. It was dodgy because it's like doctors leaving left, right, and centre, and we've got this doctor in at the day for sort of like on a temporary basis, and it was just rubbish. It was just literally rubbish. You know what I mean? Yep. But like this problem of rushing players back, it goes back not just in the Klopp era, it goes right back to the Gerard Houllier era when they had people like Michael Owen, they kept on rushing him back. That's why he had to retire early, because he kept on being rushed back.
When he had no hamstrings.
100%. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't 100%. Do you remember? I think it was playing for England when he just dropped, didn't he? He just dropped and he was out for however long. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we do need to sort of like assess our players a lot more better and say, look, at the end of the day, right, I don't care what anybody says, you don't play for 3 months.
No.
Yeah, I don't care what happens with the team or whatever, but you do not play for 3 months. Because if you play before that, right, your career is going to be over. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
So if you value your career, you do not play for 3 months and stick to it. Do you know what I mean? I'm hoping that today this medical staff is better. Listen, I'm hoping that whole thing, because I've said at the beginning with Arnie Starr, I wasn't too sold on the idea. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say this and say that. I wasn't sold the idea. I was actually vexed. Yeah.
You were on the what's his name? You were on the Zerbi and Amarin. You were on the Amarin train, bro.
Yeah. Because what it wasn't, Dave. My problem was Agent, was the fact that Dave, if you're going to bring in a head coach or manager to follow Klopp, he has to be experienced and he has to know what he's doing. My problem was with Slot. I didn't have nothing against him. I just thought in the day he hasn't got the experience to take on Liverpool. Right. Yeah. Now, however, he's here now. Yeah. What I want him to do is prove me wrong. At the end of the season, I want to be making humble pie and eating humble pie live. Yeah. I will eat humble pie live. Do you know what I mean? I will do that. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, right, I'm like that. I'm straight. And if sort of like if I get it wrong, I will admit I get it wrong. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I want him to prove me wrong. So far, he's proved me wrong so far because of the way he's playing and the results we'll be getting. I know it's pre-season, but there's 2 things, right? I do not like losing against Arsenal, no matter what it is. And I don't like losing against the Mac, no matter what it is. Do you know what I mean? But like he's actually shown a style of play that how he wants to play. Do you know what I mean? Now, if you can take that into the Premiership and win something this season, do you know what I mean? No matter what it is, listen, I will say I'm wrong. I say, you know what? He's the man. Do you know what I mean? And that's what I want to see. Do you know what I mean? So I'm hoping the medical staff, the coaching staff, and him are better. You know what I mean? They do a lot of good things. And so far, I can see some good things. When he was playing the 2-10s, he played the 2 against.
Yeah, against Betis.
Yeah, he played 2-10, Szoboszlai and Harvey Elliott. And you see how Szoboszlai was able to sort of score goals, get forward, and do like a lot of the good things that we brought in for. Do you know what I mean? So it's food for thought, really food for thought.
Yeah.
I like the way Harvey Elliott plays. I thought it's like more of a Bernardo Silva, isn't it, Beijing? Like that kind of Man City, because I think he's more drawn into Pep kind of football, isn't he, than the actual only Klopp kind of football. I don't know if you guys agree.
Yeah, I agree with you. And Rodz just made a good point there as well. But you guys remember with the comments that Curtis Jones made recently, that last season we were a bit too direct in making passes, right? Yes. And the other issue that I had last season was how slow the ball used to move.
Yeah.
We gave the defenses so much time to recover by moving a slow pass. Yeah. This season, the ball's popping, and not being too direct actually helps us, because if you make that extra pass and the defense don't have time to shift over, the gaps open up even wider that you could pick the through ball in between the gaps and put them in a dangerous, put yourself in a dangerous situation that you could go and score. Yes. So I'm really, really liking that aspect of the game, because that was what I was looking forward to the most, to see if that was going to be the case. And Slots proved me right, and I'm happy about that. I'm fully on board. I was on the Alonso train, Rodz. You were on the Almiron train.
I was on both, blood. I was on both.
my train. Listen, I learned my lesson on Alonso, bro. That train ran off the tracks and down the cliff, bro. So I was like, nope, not putting myself. I had to put a parachute on and flipping while trying to save myself. But I said, no chance I'm doing anything until I see who Liverpool signed. I'm not backing anyone.
Can you imagine? You listen to that. That's a statement, isn't it? I said it in the beginning of the stream. Like, if you're signing Zubimendi as your first signing, that's a statement already.
Yeah,
it kind of place that you want.
It is.
So I like that. I really like that. He says, I hope we do get him. He's an excellent player. Yeah, listen, I've got no issues with Zubimendi. I said it in the beginning. I know people think I do, but I'm more of a mobility kind of DM that can cover for players. That's what I am. You know what I mean? I like this possession keeping DM. It's not like a thing that I want to push aside. I don't mind it. If he's the sign, I'm still gonna support the guy. You know what I mean? That's how it is. But like, I worry about Trent and Salah's position. Who's gonna cover for them? If it's gonna be McAllister playing that side, so be it. You know what I mean? Because one McAllister actually switched to the right last season. I thought he played much better than when he was on the left. I don't know if you guys agree with that.
I agree.
Yeah.
He did.
I thought they all complemented each other. I thought they were all like into sync, if you know what I mean. Because McAllister is more calmer on the ball, and when McAllister plays on the right side, we lose less possession than once Dominic plays there. Because Dominic, all he does is run up and down, and then he makes himself tired, he gets injured, and etc. After that, you know what I mean. But yeah,
I think if he gets to Zubimendi, to be fair, if that does happen, I think he'll be playing like a more of a 4-2-3-1. I think he will want.
He's Alonso. Basically, if you want to describe Zubimendi, just think about Alonso. From what I've seen,
yeah.
I don't know if you guys agree with me. From what I've seen, I only watched him a few times since yesterday, and the more I'm looking at him, the way he makes his passes, the way he's retrieving the ball, it just reminds me of Alonso.
Agreed. Agreed. Yeah, mine's Alonso guy.
Yeah, more than a Mascherano, he's more Alonso type of player. Agreed.
Yeah,
agreed.
Tasfir says Gordon has a shit house like Suarez did. We need player like that in our squad. We are too nice. I don't want to keep winning the fair play trophy. I've been saying it.
I'm for that. I
don't know about you guys.
Full shit housery guy.
Yeah.
We need someone that's gonna disrupt things, like has that fear factor around the pitch, which we don't have. I mean, we're too nice. I've always said it, Uncle Rodz. I've always said we're nice on the pitch, we're nice off the pitch. When are we going to be ruthless? You know what I mean?
Yeah, pat him on the head and all that. So, how are you? Nah, man.
Give a man a cheap elbow in his sternum and shit when he's too close to you.
Yeah.
Give him a jab. Like, move off of me, man. I ain't got no problem with that.
Exactly. It's true. You say we're friends at the end of the day, right? But once we cross that line, it's war.
Yeah, exactly.
Once we cross that line, it's war. But when we cross over it back to go in the change room, when the game finished, we're bridges again. You know what I mean? Once we cross that line, war.
There you go, guys. Everybody, a couple of people agree with us about Simicast. There you go.
Yeah,
Simicast does it. Robbo is a shithouser too. I like Robbo. Robbo is good for that.
He says, Ale says Zubimendi not enough. I'd like us to get Nuri as well. That's another African nations. You know what I mean? We don't want to have too many African nation players, guys.
Well, but he's good though, isn't he? He's good though, isn't he?
I like Nuri, but what do you guys think?
Wouldn't mind? You know who I wouldn't mind, but again, we talked about it. The availability part is the only part that worries me about him for cover for Salah. Neto.
Yeah.
Neto would be a problem on our team.
Yeah. That would
be
availability. That would be quality. You're right. I think a lot of people have talked about that, bringing sort of like Neto into the squad, but as you said, it's just availability. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Do you listen? You know what happened? You know what Brendan Rodgers did? One good thing that Brendan Rodgers did when it came to sort of like Sturridge, which not many people we knew, is the fact that he didn't let him train.
Yes.
And when he did train in there, he probably just trained 1 day a week. And that season when he done that,
when he did a madness.
Remember he did a madness. He did a madness. He scored big goals because of the day. He cut his training regime right down. I think he was only training like once, maybe twice a week. He was training. Do you know what I mean? Like, and he was just like fresh, really fresh. And they for the Saturday game or Sunday game, and he went on a madness. Those goals he scored against Everton. The goals he scored against Arsenal in that season. It shows what kind of player he is like. But then obviously the following season now, they upped his training again. Do you know what I mean? And then, he started to get injured and blah, 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 blah.
That season he scored 24 goals. We had Suarez had what, 32, was it?
Yeah, 32 or something like that.
Something like that,
32, and he had 24. He had the top 2 scorers in the league in our team. That's why we were doing a madness.
What? That's what I'm trying to say. So I wonder, could that be the case with Neto? If we did get Neto and say, look, you're only going to train certain times in a week, like once, maybe twice in a week.
That's a good shot. I mean? Yeah, that's all.
I think Darwin Núñez and Jota is going to have a mad season this season for some reason. I just have a feeling. I have a sneaky feeling. And Carvalho, who I rate just like both of you, I think he plays more on that left side as Coutinho did behind the left winger.
Yes.
That pocket of space right there, I think is where he is going to be very, very influential in the game.
And he's sneaky as well, because he just pops up and that gets that ball. Did you see what he did to Casemiro? He sent the man back to Brazil, Sent him back to Brazil.
He's got trickeries. But you know what's funny too? He's got low center of gravity, Rodz. I saw him live. I was showing Fozzie the pictures because I actually was the hotel that next door where I was staying is where the players were. So I was right there with them. I saw
that.
Yeah. So Carvalho is tiny, bro. When I tell you tiny, he is tiny. If you get a chance, go on our channel. We put up the vlog, and we got the full video of the players walking to the bus. You're going to see how small he is. He's tiny. He's very, very tiny. He got to be at least 5'5", maximum 5'5", at least.
Well, I'm only 5'7".
Do you guys think?
Listen, I'm only 5'7", so don't watch that.
Do you guys think with Carvalho? Do you guys think with Carvalho, he's come back a different person compared to the person that left Liverpool?
Yeah.
Yes. I think he's come back with a different attitude. He's come back with a different attitude and say, look, you know what? I'm going to work for the team. Whether I get what I want, which is the 10, you know what I mean, or at the left, I am going to sort of like work for the team. Because you think about it, if he plays on the left, he can also drift into that 10 role, He can drift into that. Like he did when he scored that goal against Arsenal. He scored that goal against Arsenal from a central position. Do you know what I mean? Where he ran in centrally and just followed it in the back of net. Brilliant goal by the way.
From Harvey too. What a pass from Harvey.
And they're old-time bridges. The old-time bridges, them two are old-time bridges.
You know, with Harvey, I don't know if you guys noticed, like he plays between the midfield and the strikers. I don't know, like if people noticed that. Like he's the first line of press as well. That's what I like about Harvey. What I've seen of him. This is why I think he's transformed his position in the team. Like we're looking at him more of a first teamer now than before in this preseason, because I see him like he stays in the middle here.
Yeah.
But when we need to defend, he drops back a bit and then he pushes forward straight away to so we could win the ball up the field. You know what I mean, Bajan and Rodz.
Yeah.
That's how I see him, and he's been doing that very, very well. Not only that, he has more time on the ball now, which makes him like think before he makes that pass, which is the important pass that leads to the goal.
Yes, that's what happened with the Salah goal too. He had the time from the chest pass from Jota. And he won time there into the open space, and Salah ran onto the ball. Beautiful vision from his part, and great weight on the pass as well. Yeah, 100%. The other thing that's really important that looks really, really good is that we're hunting in packs to win the ball back.
Yes.
And we haven't seen that in a long time.
I remember you was asking me that question, like, what did you see difference in that Philly game? What did you see? I said they box teams in now. I mean, when they're chasing the ball, they box them in, but the deficiencies that we have, we're not used to it yet because teams get out of it still. So next step is, when we box them in, win the ball back in that area, so we could go and attack and score goals. If you know what I mean, but carry on, sorry, man.
Yeah, 100%, spot on. And I missed that hunting in packs. Last season, we individually pressed. And that's what caused us a lot of problems from being opened up, is individually pressing. That pack mentality and two men on a guy and got him in the corner in the byline, and you can't move, you're losing that ball 9 times out of 10. You ain't getting out of that situation at all. So it was really, really good to see. I'm loving the mentality, and I am okay with some of the youngsters being a part of the team as a squad players, because we have a good academy that a lot of people are underestimating. These kids have quality in them, and we need to give them time, and they can do a job for us. 100%.
It's not, because I always say there's no. I mean, the philosophy was at Arsenal, which was a good philosophy at Arsenal. This is one thing I always got rating for. It says, if you're not going to play the academy players, you're not going to play them and give them a chance. What's the point of having an academy?
Exactly.
What is the point of having an academy? That's why Arsene Wenger used a lot of his academy in certain games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Certain players he didn't even heard of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this, right? Is I look at certain players in that academy and I say it, they deserve minutes. Do you know what I mean? And Trey Naomi is one of them. I said I would like to see him get some minutes, obviously in the season coming up, because there's a lot of games to play. You got the League Cup, FA Cup, Champions League, and you got the league. You know what I mean? So there's certain games. There's literally 2 handful of games that you can put Trey Naomi in and say, right, go out there and show what you can do. You know what I mean? And he won't let you down, because what a lot of people got to realize, people like Trey Naomi, Harvey Elliott, right? Those 2 players, they're Liverpool supporters, They support Liverpool. Harvey Elliott had the chance to go to Real Madrid. They went to Real Madrid. They had the tour, and said, "Nah, you know what? We want Liverpool," and he came to Liverpool.
Actually, he said something about the way they treat Salah in the Champions League final. I mean, that's how much he loves Liverpool. I mean, this is why I never hardly say anything bad about Harvey Elliott. I mean, he's committed. Since that injury, he's been cautious about the way he plays football. If you have an injury like that, guys, Bajan, I think you're going to talk about that probably on your stream eventually. If you have a broken leg or dislocated, the way he went, those kind of things are the things that make you think twice and go into challenges and things like that. And now, from what I've seen of Harvey Elliott, he's overcome that. Now he's getting into challenges, and I don't have to worry. I mean, there was times I was worrying, oh shit, don't get into it. You might, dislocate your foot again. And now he gets into it and he comes out on top. And that's what I like about him.
Do you remember the time that Liverpool was playing Chelsea, and something happened between Trent and Havertz, and Havertz like went to
yeah.
went to move to him. Havertz went to move to Trent, and Trent was like, "All right, then." You know what I mean? Yeah. And you see little Elliot coming from nowhere and then push up, man, to see, "Yo, big man, what are you doing? You move to my bridge like that." You know what I mean?
Bro.
And then he sort of like, then he got dragged away by, Elliot got dragged away by Rudiger. That's it, Rudiger. Yeah, then Milner come in and say, "Yo, Brady, where I do? I touch my you to the." You know
and then Verge step in, and everyone took a back seat when the big man came in. Yep.
After that push in the World Cup, nobody's gonna mess with Virgil, man. After that push,
you know what the number one like is the one with Canate.
Oh, Manchester United. With McFred, he's like, what are you doing, man? You little chicken,
he literally picked him up, you know. Let's see.
Let me read the comments before we go, guys. I'm gonna have to go because I'm in New York, innit? So I need to be with the wife. Big up. I'm more interested in Bastoni than Zubimendi. I don't know much about Bastoni. Is Bastoni better, guys? Or
Bastoni is good, but you know what? My worry is Italian players don't do very well in the Prem, man. Exactly. That's just history.
We should know from experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sarah says, I wanted Hansi Flick, but Slot has won me over. Yeah, listen, it's all about the long term, innit? This guy's here for the long term. He's not here for short term. That's what they wanted. And, let's just see how it's going to go. I think Liverpool need more. And who's this? Who's that? I don't know who that is. Do you know who that is, guys?
I think that's the guy from, if I'm not mistaken, I think that's the guy from Sporting, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah?
Hold on.
I think he's a DM from Sporting, yeah.
Yeah, Swedish guy, striker. It's a striker.
Yeah.
He used to play for Coventry City.
Yeah.
Oh, the one I was talking about. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Coventry City used to play for. And then he's gone over to Sporting and he's just done a madness.
No, it's not him. It's not him. I talked about it. No, it's not him. This player does play for Sporting, but it's not the one.
He's a DM. He's a
DM.
He's a Viking guy. He's the Viking guy.
Oh yeah. Viking, man.
Yeah. He's a destroyer. Like Fozzie would love him. He is a destroyer. That kid.
Yeah. I need that, man. I need that in my life. Suarez was great goal scorer. Listen, he was. Kenny is saying if Suarez stayed longer at Liverpool, he could have been the greatest Liverpool player of all time. You know what I mean?
100%.
Saying that it says a lot,
bro. I swear, Norwich City still got nightmares because of freaking Suarez. Bro. Like they still got nightmares, bro. They still got the cold sweats every night because of him.
Home and away. Remember that. Home and away.
Every time he played.
United after Dion? Oh man, that's nothing new, man. Again.
Every time he played Norwich, just a quick one. Every time he played Norwich, he always scored a goal. The last time he played Norwich, he scored 4 goals in one game.
Yep, and the last one was that ridiculous volley from like halfway. Like ridiculous. Quasi, you and this sources, man. So if you guys don't know, Quasi's on this. He's got sources saying that Liverpool getting Musiala. He tried to loop me in that it was me as one of his sources, but I had to shut that down because it's not me. I don't see Musiala in Liverpool.
Musiala? No. Do you think that Mafia at Bayern are going to get rid of Musiala? Oh, come on.
Listen, if Musiala
came I can't say much. My sauce is chili sauce. So.
I think that's his sauce as well, actually. Top part.
Let's go, champ.
Yes, Steve, pick up yourself, man.
Big up, Steve.
Isn't it? He said to me about Mbappe, I don't know if he was on the show, Fuzz, or when he ran there. He goes, yeah, man, we're getting Mbappe. He's coming. Because, all right. Where's he now? He bypassed them and went to Spain, you know? He went in the opposite direction,
Facts.
You know what it is? It reminds me of here. No offense, Quaz. I love you guys. I love you, man.
I love to Quasi,
man. When someone does one time, you know what I mean? He gets gets it right once, and then he's just gonna get right again and again.
You slow down, mate. You know what I mean?
I'm joking, guys. I'm joking. I'm sure your sauces are good,
I
man.
tell you
Not
what,
like
the sauce he's on, man. The sauce he's got, I think he's about 100% proof in it.
Yeah.
He's on that, mate. He's on one of them, mate.
I love
That can't see on register.
Quad is the best, man.
There's one more register, but stop drinking. Let's stop it.
Oh, we gotta stop.
He's gonna be in my DM saying, "Yeah, brother, I don't like how you handle me there."
Big up quality, man. Big up, man. I can't wait when I get home and we go on their shows again, man. It's brilliant.
You know the one thing I will say, and people can probably clip me up, but you see Arsenal and Rodz, you mentioned it with the whole. They've been injury free for the last 2 seasons, and the amount of football they played. I guarantee you, Arsenal's going to have some injury problems this season. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
No doubt. It's like what I said to you, Beijing. You know what I mean? They're having the luck on their side right now. They will be at the time. You know, the players are going to ask for like a lot more money. You know, all this stuff. What are they going to do? What are they going to look? What happened to us when that happened? You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Yeah, man. Leave Troy alone to develop. With the under 23s, too much pressure, too young will destroy them. I.e., Ben Woodburn. Ben Woodburn. I think Ben Woodburn is just what you see. I don't think he was that type of player that catch the eye anyway. Ben Woodburn.
He wasn't that good.
Yeah.
He had a good couple of games, but that's what
it didn't develop, did he? He just done one good preseason and didn't develop. You know, like when teams play against you, they don't know how you play. That's how it was with Ben Woodburn. As soon as they found him out, he didn't like take a different direction, which is improve, and that's what happened to Ben Woodburn.
That's right.
And of course,
Troy is a different animal. Troy is a different animal, guys.
And of course, what we're talking about with Troy, we're not talking about like just throwing in. We're talking about gradually bringing him in. Yeah. We're talking about the fact that there is minutes there for you this season. You know what I mean?
Cup games, you're right.
And
Cup games.
So in it, it's how we control those minutes. It's going to be down to us. Do you know what I mean? So if you gradually bring him into certain games, and say, right, you know what, you're not going to start this game, but we'll have you on the bench and bring him for 20 minutes. And just gradually bring him in, and then before you know it, he could be starting in a certain game. Do you know what I mean?
Uncle, don't do what we did with Curtis Jones. You know what I mean? Like, let the kid develop in the first team, like in and out, like you just said. Let him fill out a bit on that stuff. Then loan him out for a season. See how he does. Just check out his progression, and then if he's ready for the first team, then you just bring him back, and see how it goes. That's how you develop a player. But when you're pushing players into the first team when they're not really ready, you'll end up like Curtis Jones. Sometimes play good, sometimes play in the middle, sometimes play bad. There's no consistency in your game. That's how I see it when I'm looking at it. Steve says Suarez was world class striker, 100%, man. Nobody's that man. David Lynch, Martin Zubimendi. It's definitely not the case that Liverpool wanted this out there. I wouldn't get too ahead of ourselves, thinking it's in advance. Sorry. Listen, like I said in the beginning with Zubimendi, they don't really announce things unless it's happened. You know what I mean? So it's more.
I trust Paul Joyce over David Lynch all day, every day.
Yeah, 100%.
And even Ornstein as well came out as well. And he's good too. Yeah, he's credible as well. Yeah, he's coming. Yeah.
Fabrizio Romano never talked about Zubimendi. I don't think the club will really buy him.
Ornstein over Romano. Ornstein over Romano for reliability all day, every day.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I agree with that.
It's almost done. Here we go, the sauce man again. He's back there. Is Zubimendi deal going to?
He's on that sauce, isn't it? He's on that sauce.
He's on it, man. He's on it. Steve says, "Is the Zubimendi deal going to be the Caicedo 2.0 drama by FSG?" I don't think so, man. I don't. This time, listen, I'm a FSG gone. I've left FSG a long time ago. My foot is already behind that door. I mean, but this one I believe in. I mean, Uncle Rodz missed my comment earlier today. Oh, okay.
No, because it was a pre-recorded. It's a pre-recorded video.
I don't know. I don't know. Brastone. Who's this? Brastone. Who's this? Sources.
Branston. The Branson sauce, like Branson pickle. Like Branson pickle, isn't it? It must be Branson sauce.
Oh.
Must be Branson pickle, them thing there.
Okay. He's
He's
coming back at us, man. He's coming back at us, at Steve. Don't mess with the quasi homemade
Musiala sauce.
And back with,
I think you got I think you got a bit of alcohol in there, brother. I'll tell you. There's some alcohol in there, mate. I told you about Zubi 5 days.
5 days ago.
Yeah.
There you go.
Quasi's trying to fight back in there.
Joyce usually says something when things are progressing. Yeah, 100%,
Exactly.
bro. We've got no doubt about that. That's what we said, didn't it? If he comes out, it's 99.9 true. So I'm just hoping, you know what I mean? I'm just hoping this transfer comes through, and I'm hoping there's another signing after this as well. So I hope it's not the only signing that we're making. But guys, I'm done because I'm sweating here. Uncle Ross, where can people find you, man?
They can find me picking up my candy from you.
I'll get you it. Don't worry, man.
Nah, you can find me on your channel. Do you know what I mean? And also Anfield Uncle Rodz on YouTube. I did a pre-recorded show that came out this morning. Called a morning show, so I've done that this morning. Should have more pre-recorded stuff coming out, and obviously mixed with the live stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I'm on Anfield Uncle Rodz on YouTube, Anfield Uncle Rodz on Instagram, and also on Twitter as well. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, big up to everybody. Thanks for having me on, Fuzzy.
Man, always welcome, man. Beijing, come on, bro.
Big up Beijing in the sun. Sun it up.
Big up, Rodz.
Can we eat some coconut bread today, innit? Can I eat some coconut bread today, innit? You make some?
No, I got some in the fridge. Don't worry, I got some in the fridge. Yeah, people, you can find me at on Twitter, Beijing Barnes LFC. You can find me on Beijing Reds TV. You can find me on Fozzy's channel, and you can also find me on Coppish as well. I'm usually on Coppish with the Coppish boys as well. Yeah.
Big up, bro. Big up. Okay. Big up. Yeah. We'll see. Yes, people. Yes, people. I'm done at here. Whatever breaking news happens, I'm obviously gonna bring to you guys as much as I can. Thank you to obviously Uncle Rodz and Beijing Barnes for coming on, because I just woke up and I'm looking at the TV and this is all happening around us. I hope this signing is going to happen very, very soon, so we'll get another signing through the door. Please like, share, and subscribe. Please go to Uncle Rodz's channel. Please go to Beijing Barnes' channel and subscribe as well, and get into the comments. That's what we're all about, guys. And I mean, if you guys don't give us the comments, we ain't gonna, share it with everybody else. So, you guys play a big part on our, YouTube journey. And obviously, I want to do this seriously now. I want to do it on a regular basis, and bring as much guests on as I can as well, like Beijing Barnes and Uncle Rodz, and more people. So please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you guys soon. The guys, don't go anywhere. 1 second, don't go anywhere, YouTube.
All right.
Take care, everybody.
Peace.
Take care. Take care, man.